Yo, Bros, this is We to Play the Brenton Bushworks of YouTube. Let's just get this off my chest now. There will be no weekend wave today. Why? Because life is unfair. I think for just 1 second that I can just have a normal, quiet week to myself where nothing goes wrong. I'm pulled back into reality. And it puts me in such a depressive state where I just feel defeated and I don't know what to do. Ironic considering I'm going to be playing Celeste as a stream tomorrow. Whee! Okay, so since I'm not doing a weekend way, what is this? Well, it's your favorite low-key update videos where I have to say something that makes you guys sad. Now, this has been going on for a few weeks now. At first, it started out as a small deal, but it's escalated so much that I'm just not sure what to do. But that's why I'm walking right now. I'm going to get help from someone about this. But I just feel like it's time to clear the air. It's time to say exactly what is happening with this phone issue. And trust me, it's becoming less of an issue and more of a massacre. So let's start from the very beginning. When I got this phone, back in March, I think, it was fine. Everything worked great. There was no complaints I had. There were a few things I had to learn on the fly about using it, but I had absolutely no problems with the phone. The only problems I had was when I was trying to learn how to use the X recorder, and I missed out recording a few videos, especially that one Pokemon Go episode where I caught shiny toys. All that aside, that all changed in May, the very beginning of May. Now, even before that, I had gotten this one specific warning, because sometimes I check news feeds. I got this one specific warning about Android 10, that people were having problems when they downloaded it. Guess what happened? Before I got to shut down my phone one night, I get a message saying, hey, you want to update your phone? And I was half tired. I wasn't thinking about it. At the same time, I didn't know whether this Android 10 thing had been solved or not, so I said, sure, what could possibly go wrong? A lot could go wrong. Now, I'm pretty sure there's been people that have suffered way worse than I did, but it did not take me long to see that the battery was now being affected very strongly. I would be out playing my Pokemon Go app for about only an hour, and all of a sudden, I would get a warning saying my battery's almost depleted. It's like, what? I've only been out here an hour. I've been out here for like 3.5 sometimes recording Pokemon Go footage and never had that problem. So the first thing that I noticed was that the battery was depleting quickly. It's like, okay, great, what should I do? Buy a portable charger. Did that. Problems did not stop there. In fact, they escalated. If my battery wasn't draining quickly, it was charging slowly. Now this is where the problems really began. They were charging so slowly. I noticed it right away. It's like the battery should have been fully charged within an hour, and sometimes it takes like up to 5. But you know what ticked me off the most? When my phone charged for 24 hours from 0%, and it wasn't even at 100% by the time I looked at it over 24 hours later. I knew something was wrong, and I knew exactly what the culprit was. The worst part was, no one believed me. No one. I think only Plant Shy Guy ever believed what I said. I blame Android. I blame me updating Android 10. Everyone else said, no, it's because you got too many apps. It's because you didn't press this button. It's because you need a brand new freaking phone. Now, I feel like I need to mention this a little bit. It's kind of important. The phone I'm using right now, which is having problems, it's not brand new. It's refurbished. It is a Google Pixel 3a, which I have found out very quickly now, is not the most recent phone. Surprise! So keep that in mind. Google Pixel 3a is not the most recent phone. I found one refurbished on Amazon. And with this partner's help, partner being a good term, I just don't know how else to describe the person without saying exactly who it is, I was able to purchase this phone. I took some money from savings, threw it onto like a $400 refurbished phone, and I hoped I didn't have to look back. Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine I had to look back, all because of a faulty update. And the story's not even over. I'm just painting the way to the rest of this disaster of a masterpiece that is just a complete chaotic mess. So, I'm trying to figure out what to do. How do I downgrade my phone from Android 10 to Android 9? Because to me, that seemed like the only permanent solution was to downgrade my software from 10 to 9. 9 being the one that I never had problems with when I first got this phone. So, I looked up walkthroughs for this stuff, but it was so complicated. It's like, how am I supposed to figure any of this out? And I had no one in town, not even that partner I keep talking about vaguely, that would know how to resolve the situation I was in. So I felt I needed to contact Google services for this. I had contacted them earlier saying, hey, the battery's having problems. It's draining quickly, charging slowly. What do I do? And they mentioned it's this one app, which ironically is the X Recorder app that they said was draining the most battery. But remember, I never had any problems even when I was using the X Recorder until May. So I did what they said. But like I said, when I reached that point where it took over 24 hours of me to charge the phone without turning it on even once for it to get to only 70%, yeah, I had to harass these people again. And I went straight to the point. Tell me how to downgrade my Android from 10 to 9. And they said they couldn't. It's not possible, which I think is BS. But I was willing to just, I don't know if the term's bend the knee or what the term is, but I was willing to hear them out. It's like, okay, what can you do for me about this problem? And the person on the other line, although I was chatting, the other person behind the other screen stated, yes, many people have had this problem. They have come to these people for this. So what was the solution? To get repaired. It's like, okay, cool, great. I gotta spend more money. So they asked where my location is. I've mentioned a few times where my hometown is, but I won't give direct information right now. And they couldn't find the place. It's like, what is your zip code? Oh, there's a bunch of zip codes that are showing up for this place. What is your state? Oh, we have to get your town too. It's like, okay, and okay. Just tell me where the nearest one is. I'm near freaking Spokane, for crying out loud. Maybe hours and hours away from it, but at least Spokane is a relatively known place in the Northwest. Northwest? Yeah, Northwest. And they said, no. The destination you want to repair your phone is miles from there. It's like, we can't find you a good place to recommend where you repair your phone. So what can I do? And they said, we will send you a replacement. It's like, okay, good news. I would get a better new replacement for this phone. The Google Pixel 3a, keep that in mind. Bad news, I have no idea if they would try to charge me. I'm worried about getting mail from other places anyways because of the coronavirus. I'm trying to be safe about that type of thing. Trust me, there's a mask in my bag if I get near people, if I need it. But they said they would replace the phone, so I kept asking some questions. Like, the first thing I asked is it free? Are you going to charge me? And they said, yeah, it's free. As long as you send in this phone that I'm using right now to them, they would send a replacement. I wanted to be absolutely 100% sure about this. Now, I'll mention one more thing. I know I'm just going all over the place with this story, but it's all relevant. When I got the phone from Amazon, the refurbished phone, I was told that I would have a month to send it back in if there were any problems. Keep in mind, this was 2 months ago that I started getting problems, so I can't even send it in anyways. And warranty? Forget about it. How is there a warranty for a refurbished phone? So that was one of my worries. It's like, does the phone have to have a warranty? Can I just send it in without having to worry about them saying, does it have a warranty, and get this new phone? Now, I don't think I mentioned the warranty upright to them, which that's probably part of my problem, but regardless, they said, yes, you just send in your phone and we'll give you a new one. Or they said you could do the advanced one where we send you our phone first, and then you have a couple of business days, more so since the coronavirus, to send your phone in. It's like, okay, that's the better deal. I can check to see if this phone is up to date, if it will work with Android 10, which was the big issue to begin with. And if it did, I would send the old one in, somehow rip off the knob that I have on the back of it, which will probably be ruined, so that's another $20 down the drain. And everything will be fine. The only thing I need to check, which I've been leading up to sort of, is with my partner. Is this the right move? Should I be doing this? Is there another option? So I messaged my partner, didn't get a response until the next day, so I had to tell the Google people, yeah, I don't know when this person's going to come back to me, talk to me, message me back, so it's like I'll have to wait. And I was worried about that because I wasn't sure I was going to get a hold of the same person, and I'd have to talk to some other representative that didn't know the situation I was in. So I finally get a message from my partner, and the person just says, yes, do it. So it was sold. This seemed like this would be the surefire, permanent solution that hopefully wouldn't stab me in the back to this whole issue. Though it's Google's problem in the first place. It's Google's fault. This phone had worked fine until I installed Google Pixel well, no, excuse me. This Google Pixel 3a phone worked until I was somewhat forced to install Android 10 to it. Android version 10. Oh boy, I'm running out of air. I need water. And I'm almost to my destination. I can't believe how long I've been talking. Okay, so let's finish this up to a certain point, because this story is not over. Even after I'm done talking, this story's not over. So, I was told to put in credit card information. Now, I don't have a personal credit card, nor would I ever, but I have a card that goes directly to my bank account. So, I looked at how much money I had. I had like $50-something. And it said, at first I thought they would talk about tax. It's like, okay, it's like $20 for tax. Great, cool, whatever. But then I looked closer, and it said $400 for the phone. It's like, whoa, wait, step back. I'm replacing my phone, not buying a new one. So I'm looking over the fine print, and they said that it's just, I can't remember what the word is, but it's just in case there's a problem, and we'll get to that later. It's like, if you don't send your phone in, or if there's a problem with your phone, then we'll charge you. This is just upfront temporary funds, or temporary payment that you may have to make if something goes wrong, but don't expect to actually pay it. But that was still like over $430. And I only have $50 in the bank. It's like, okay, I'll just put in the number. I'll get funds next month. I may have to keep a lot of those funds into my bank account, which will be fine if I get like a second stimulus check. I don't know if that's actually real or not. And when I went to put in the bank credit card numbers, they said card decline. And I'm like, uh-oh, what am I supposed to do? Hold on. Why did they decline the card? And the first thing that came to mind is I don't have enough money in the account right now. Remember, I only have $50-something. It costs $430 just to buy, quote unquote, the stupid thing. So I get a hold of my partner, and I'm saying something's not right. They're wanting to charge me money, even though they're not going to actually charge me money. And I looked further into the information, and I found two things that made me want to throw up right then and there. One, they were, of course, checking for damages to the old phone. But it also said they would be checking to see if it has a warranty, which refurbished phones don't. And then the rotten cherry on this already rotten piece of cake, which is crap in general, is that they were sending me a phone, all right. A refurbished phone. They were sending me the exact piece of you know the rest I already have. They were sending me the same thing. The same damn thing. And I wanted to pass out. It's like, no, I'm going to have to pay extra money for the same phone I'm using, which doesn't work with Android 10. Then Plant Shy Guy tried to call me a bunch of times, and I'm like, nope, that's it, I'm sold out. I don't want to talk to anyone. Unless it's my partner, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to have to do with anything. I missed like 4 different calls from Plant Shy Guy and 2 from my family members. It's like, I don't need this right now. I am in such a bad position. So, aside from needing water right now, my problem is what to do from here. The wheels are already turning. They don't have my credit card information or the bank credit card, but they're still going to send me a phone. They sent me a labeling package for free that I put on the box to send my old phone in, which only has problems because of Android 10, but doesn't have a warranty because not only is it refurbished, this is an old phone that's not even sold in stores that much anymore. So, in conclusion, my partner got a hold of Amazon, the same person that I bought this phone from. And Amazon's probably more, well, I wouldn't say the whole of Amazon, but this person is probably more nicer than how these Google people are treating me. They sound nice, but I mean, they're still trying to get profit from it. So they said if I send the phone in like, I'm just gonna, I guess, 14 days, that I'll get all my money's worth. So I would be sending this phone, my only good phone, back to Amazon so I could pay just a little bit more to get an actually good phone that was made this year and is under warranty. The problem right now is Google doesn't know about this. They still want to send me the phone. So I'm going to my partner, I'm like right there right now, to call them up and say no. Don't send the phone. It's over. Forget it. I'll deal with it myself. And by deal with it, okay, thank you. And by deal with it, I mean that I'm going to send this phone in, which I had no problems with. It was a perfect phone until Google made me download Android 10 to it. I'm going to send this phone I've been using for Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters, that dragon game you might not even know about, Mario Kart Tour, Dr. Mario World, a good handful of apps I can never get ZTE to run because Pokemon Go already runs like trash on it. I'm going to send this phone to Amazon, get my money's worth, and buy a brand new phone with warranty. If I can get Google to back off and not send me their same rubbish phone that I'm using right now. And that's my position. That's what I've been dealing with. Not only this week, but for weeks and weeks on end. This whole month of May has just been torture with me with this phone that I love until I download Android 10 on it. That's what's happening. So yeah, no weekend wave. Just me crying into a pillow and hopefully resolving this whole thing. Maybe I can make another Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild video. I just got done recording the one you hopefully watched already. So I haven't even faced off against the Divine Beast yet. But we'll just have to see what happens. I will still stream tomorrow. I made a promise. I have to keep it. But I have to do it early because I have plans in the evening. So that's my position. Wish me luck. Unlike the games, this is not going to be, there is going to be no leniency here. It is not going to be easy. So, wish me luck. I'm going to try to resolve this as best as I can. Till then, till my actual gameplay videos and hopefully some updates to the channel one day, someday, I don't know what day, but someday. This has been We To Play. I got nothing left to say other than I need water. And I hope you enjoy your day. Take care out there, and I'll catch you later.